Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here today for the Anchor Point Mental Health Support webinar. My name is Shannon Keogh. I am the Director of Strategy and Engagement here at Construction Safety Nova Scotia, and I'm pleased to welcome you all here today to learn more about the Anchor Point Member Assistance Program. I'm joined today by Linda McGuinness from Green Shield Plus, who will be our guest presenter and be able to walk you through all of the benefits of the Anchor Point program so that you are aware of the supports that are provided to you and your colleagues and all of the members of the Nova Scotia construction industry. Some first key points that I'd love to go over before we start the meeting. One, we are recording this webinar so that it is available to our members. It will be available on our website and our social media channels in the future. For the program of Anchor Point, Construction Safety Nova Scotia is thrilled to have partnered with Merit Nova Scotia to create this program. This program is really the first of its kind, we think, in the construction industry in Canada, and we are thrilled to say that it is free and available to anyone in the Nova Scotia construction industry to use. This program is completely confidential and it is not linked whatsoever to any of your employers. So it is a free service that is available for you to use and completely confidential. And it's actually a broad access service. We have focused in our promotion deeply on the mental health services and the counseling services that are available, but Linda is here today to tell you about the broad scope of programs that are available. We really had an interest at Construction Safety at targeting open shops and smaller shops where we thought there was a gap in employee assistance programs. And so that made it a really logical choice for us to partner with Merit Nova Scotia to provide this program. They do an excellent job at serving small open shops and have done amazing advocacy work in the mental health space. And so this was a natural partnership. And they were able to partner us with Green Shield Plus to create the Anchor Point program. So without any further ado, I'm thrilled to welcome Linda McGuinness from Green Shield Plus to walk us through the Anchor Point program.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Hello, everyone. I am going to turn my camera off now so that we can go through and really focus on the information that we're talking about. And I will come back on camera at the end and happy to answer any questions that come about. So one moment here. So I believe right now you can see my full screen that says Better Health Starts Here and hear my voice. If anything changes throughout the presentation, somebody please let me know right away so I'm not hanging out here by myself. So let's get started. This is a brief agenda of what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to hop right in. For any of you who aren't as familiar with Green Shield, you may think, who is this new company? What's happening here? I wanted to let you know how we came to be. So in 1957, our founder that you see up on my screen, William Wilkinson, was a pharmacist, and he had a mom come into his pharmacy looking for a prescription for their child who was not well. And they had a prescription for themselves as well. I think we all know what we would do in that situation. The child is getting the medication, the mom is going without. He saw this happening and didn't want to see it happening anymore. So he began this organization that still exists in this way today to ensure that we can provide better health for all. So not new at all, 1957, great beginnings, and we continue on to this day. Shannon talked about confidentiality, but this is so very important. I'm going to talk about it as well. So everything that we talk about today, any part of this program is fully voluntary. You choose to participate or not, as does your dependent family. And it is fully confidential. So you don't ever have to worry about somebody where you work, the people you work around, even myself, an internal employee of this organization who works directly with the Anchor Point program. I don't have access to your information because I don't need to do my job. It is only the people directly providing a service to you that do, and they are all bound by the very strict and very useful privacy laws that we have here in Nova Scotia and across Canada. The only exceptions to that would be if there was imminent risk to yourself or to others or subpoenaed by law. So I want to make sure that everybody understands that and can be sure to pass it along to the rest of your family members who would want to know that as well. So, what I hope to accomplish today in our short time together is to show you many different ways you can use this program for yourself, for your dependent family, and your needs change from day to day. So, the program has lots of choices within, and we want to make sure that it is very simple to access, and I think you will find that to be the case. You might have come here expecting to talk about mental health. Again, as Shannon said, that was very much part of the promotion of the program, and it is a key part of the program. So let's talk about it first. We have a variety of people that fall within our counseling service delivery: social workers, psychotherapists, registered counselors, clinical counselors. They all go through a vetting process to work within our network. So they all have to have a master's level. They have to be certified in their appropriate field. They have to have a minimum of 5 years experience, but overall, our average is 12 years of clinical experience. I tell you this so that you know that we have a large, effective network of people to support you and your family with a variety of needs. We also support in over 30 languages, and that is growing all the time. On the right-hand side of my screen, you'll see about 10 different categories. These are just examples of why you might access counseling. So stress, anxiety, depression, grief, family issues, addiction, couple marital issues, work-life balance. There's all kinds of reasons that somebody could use some additional expert support. If what you had in mind isn't on my list, don't worry about that. This is just a sample to give us something to look at today when we're meeting together. Don't let this stop you from reaching out for what is going to help you in your situation. So the counseling that we provide can be in person or it can be virtual. So via the telephone or via a web meeting. You can access individual counseling, so counseling for yourself, or couples counseling. And 3 hours are covered by your membership. So you have this available to you, and this resets every year of the program. If you have needs beyond the 3 hours, you do have the ability to continue to see the counselor that you probably have developed a good rapport with and be able to pay for that at a reduced rate and put the expenses, so to speak, through your health insurance, a spending account, or just pay out of pocket. It really helps with the continuity of care. Something else unique about our program is you have the ability to message the counselor between sessions. So for me, I forget a lot of things. I might have an appointment booked in a couple of weeks, and I think, oh, I have to remember to tell my counselor that. So I'll probably forget. So instead, I could go into the messaging platform and send a note off to my counselor, just sending a note to remind us to talk about this at our next scheduled appointment. Or maybe something has popped up in your life and you feel like that next appointment is a bit far away. You could ask them, do you have any availability that we could meet sooner? Again, on the right-hand side of my screen, you will see a phone number there, 833-707-4747. This acts as a crisis support line, and this is available 24/7, 365. So if you or anyone else accessing the program has an immediate need, you can call this number and our clinical team will help get you pointed in the right direction. This phone number will pop up again, so I will mention it again a bit later on in the presentation. But don't worry, you don't have to memorize it. You don't have to write it down. It is visible within the platform on many different spots. So it's very important, if any of you have accessed counseling before, or if you think about counseling, it's super important that there is a chemistry of the match between yourself and the counselor. Is it somebody who understands the perspective that you're coming from? Can they reflect on what's happening in your life? Is there something unique about your situation? All of those things matter. So you have the ability through this program to do a matching algorithm. So basically, it asks you questions about, first of all, how you're feeling, what you're looking for, and if you have any preferences. So there's lots of optional preferences in here. As one example, it can be, is there a particular specialty that you would like your counselor to practice? Is there a specific religion? Is there an ethnicity that matters? You can put all of that in here, and it will give you a short list of counselors who are a good match for you. You can choose from those counselors. It will show you a profile card for them. So, what they look like, it will tell you about their education, their specialties, how they operate, general hours availability, and so on, making it really easy for you to pick who you want to move forward with. In addition, you have the option of doing a 15-minute consultation with who you think is the right match for you. So you can do that 15 minutes, which does not come out of your 3-hour bank. And if at the end you think, I'm not quite sure, you can unmatch from that person, select another counselor, and yes, you can do another consultation if you choose. Now, again, optional. You don't have to do that. If you have filled out the matching and you come to a counselor and you've read all this information about them, you might be fully comfortable moving forward to booking your first appointment. So the choice is yours. You also, if you want to skip that matching process, you can do that as well. So you'll see two options when you get to counseling: going through the questions or going directly. If you go direct, you still have the option to put in some preferences. So again, it's about choice. What works for you at the time and what you're looking for is what you should do. For booking appointments, you have full control over the date and time that you are booking, as well as the length of the appointment. So you can do a 30-minute, a 60-minute, or an hour and a half. Now, if you had told me a year or two ago that 30-minute counseling appointments were an option, I would have said, no way. Like it takes an hour. How could you do it in half an hour? But I have since learned that that can be a very effective method for counseling, again, depending on you and your particular situation. So within your control, and you can change each time. You might do an hour and a half for the first one. Then from there, you might just do half-hour check-ins. In addition to the ability to engage directly with a counselor, we have some other options. And the first one I'd like to talk about is self-guided digital therapy. So this program is a self-led, self-directed program based in cognitive behavioral therapy. So basically changing the way you think improves how you feel. So that's a very simplistic perspective of it, but it walks you through programs designed for mild to moderate needs in depression and anxiety. And you go through the different modules, you learn new skills, coping methods, and so on. So, great way to access support if you aren't quite ready to go through counseling, or you might choose to do it at the same time. We also have an Indigenous mental health program. So we have partnered with Nojimo Health, which is Canada's first all-Indigenous virtual mental wellness clinic. And we can offer you support delivered by self-identified Indigenous people. So great way to get the support that is truly appropriate for you and your family. And these also do not take from those 3 hours that we talked about having in your member plan. The other part of the member assistance program, in addition to the counseling that we've talked about, is what's called total health and life services. So you can see on my screen here categories like legal, financial, health coaching, life transition, and career coaching. For the legal and the financial, actually, let me restart that sentence. For all 5 of these categories, any of the supports that you will be offered will be delivered by experts in the appropriate field. So the legal service is delivered by lawyers, and the financial is delivered by financial experts. Both of those categories are as needed. You'll see a couple of examples up here on my screen: real estate, divorce, custody, child support, and so on, credit management, budgeting, financial management, investing, retirement planning, the best topic. Those are as you need them. For the health coaching, the life transitions, and career, those are 3 hours each as well. And when I say the 3 hours, I should also clarify that's 3 for you, and that's 3 for your dependent family member each as well. So, health coaching might be for smoking cessation, trying to improve your nutrition, disease management. Life transitions are those humps and bumps that we face throughout our life. So, maybe getting married, planning a family, starting your family, having that first baby, which is most often a wonderful experience, but also one of the single biggest changes you will experience in your lifetime. How about the terrible twos, the terrible threes, and the really terrible teenage years? And how about when your 25 or 28-year-old is still living in your house, which is so common these days with the change in our financial environment? And career can be career transitions, preparing for interviews. This one is likely more valuable to your family members. But each of these have a lot of different categories, and they are providing support via dietitians, um, nutritionalists, could be nurses, career coaches for the last one, all kinds of resources here, depending on what your needs are. So you'll have an assessment with one of our nursing team, and they will find the right expert to help you with what you are seeking help with. In addition to that, we have the personalized nutrition site. And this includes both the app that you see up on your screen and 3 hours of nutritional support as well. And this platform is really good to track nutrition and your eating. Uh, some of you on this call with us may have done some type of program in the past that you track your eating. Am I getting enough protein? Am I eating too much salt? Whatever the case may be. And it can be a challenge. Oh, did I remember to put everything in there? I can't find what I'm looking for. What's really cool about this program is that you can take a picture of your food, and that picture will be assessed and entered for you. So, some pretty slick programs included in here. And we have the well-being section of the platform. So this is really just to remind you that we can help you from having challenges with counseling support, various mental health supports, helping with the day-to-day life, with taking you through the total health and life. And we can help you just to be more well, to be healthier, to focus on living each day to the fullest. So this segment is pretty hearty. There's a lot in here. There's lots of mental and physical health resources. It could be short articles that you can read. It can be questionnaires or quizzes that you can do, mini courses. There's a health risk assessment that you fill out, and it's going to give you a total health score. So where are you doing well? Where do you need some help? And where can you get that help within this program? It is also fully syncable with the many things that we're all wearing today: an Apple Watch, um, a Fitbit, a Garmin, even your cell phone with the health tracker. So you can sync what you're doing into the Green Shield Plus site and have all of the information and all of the resources in one easy spot. So I've talked about a lot of things already, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, where do I start? I don't know which one to start with. Which one is the best for me? Should I do the coaching? Should I do the nutrition program? So there are care navigation tools within the platform as well. So you can go in and say what you're looking for, and we can help point you in the right direction. Now, this is very important. How do you access this program? If you have not yet created your account, I encourage you to do it as soon as possible. As a matter of fact, if you are not watching on your phone and have a spare hand and can pull your phone out, I encourage you to do it right now. So the website is app.greenshieldplus.ca, as you can see on my screen. If you are going through a mobile app, it is Green Shield Plus with the plus sign. So instead of being spelt out, the logo that you will see is the shield that you see right here on my screen. When you're going through your login, it is going to ask you how you want to create an account, and you are going to pick through your organization. If it were your dependent family, they're going to pick the option that says through a family member. Both groups are going to create a username, so an email of your choice, and a password of your choice. And it is going to ask you for your organization code, and that's CSNSMAP. So I'm going to say that again, CSNSMAP. It will ask for that. So please be sure to share with your family members, encourage them to create their account. It probably took me longer to talk about it than it takes to actually create your account. It will probably take you about a minute and a half to either go to this website, app.greenshieldplus.ca, or the mobile app, Green Shield Plus with the plus sign. Create your account. So you're going to sign up through your employer or organization, or as a family member, create your email that you want to use, put the password with it, and your organization code CSNSMAP. If you have any questions, we have live support in English and French. It's that same phone number that I showed you before, 833-707-4747. You also can email our support team, support@greenshield.ca. There's also links on the platform that you can send a message, ask questions, and there is an amazing help center on there. You can even find full articles with step-by-step screenshots of how to create your account, and the same for family members. So lots of great tools to help you out. Over here, just to reiterate, you can see that I have circled here the sign up option. If you haven't created your account yet, and you're going to pick for yourself through an employer or organization, for family members, if you've already created your account, which won't take you very long, do it now if you have the time. From then on, you're just going to put in that email address and the password that you created, and off you go, whether you're on a computer, a tablet, a mobile device, or all three. I use it on all three. I use it on a full computer. I use it on a tablet. I use it on my mobile device because I never know what I'll be accessing and where I'm going to be doing it. So we are almost to the end. I did already talk about the mobile app. So I am actually going to stop speaking. I am going to turn my camera back on. Let's see if I come back here. Hi, everyone. Have there been any questions, Shannon, as we went through the presentation? I cannot hear you. I'm so sorry.
Yes, I saw it right there. Hi, everyone. We haven't had any questions come into the chat, but I'd like to invite, if anyone does have any questions, to please place them in the chat below, and Linda can answer those. Linda, thank you so much. I think what a comprehensive presentation and really a great overview of all of the services that are available. We are going to add a link here to the chat as well, with a brochure or a poster that you can print. And I'd like to encourage you to put it up in your workplaces. It does have high-level information about Anchor Point, as well as the link and a QR code that members of your team can scan in order to access the program. I would also say that if you are in person at CS&S, there are brochures available at our product services, as well as stickers with QR codes that you can place at your workplace. And we are happy to distribute those amongst members who are interested in taking resources back to their teams to let people know about the program. We had, Linda, I will tell you, we had our own set of prepared questions here, and you really hit all of the points in terms of ensuring that people know that it's a confidential program, that services continue to be available to them after the 3-hour mark on the respective services, and of course they reset. Oh, and I see a question has come in here from Julie. So Julie says, our salaried staff already receive Green Shield services. Are they still available to access the 3 hours? And in order to do so, do they need to create a new account with a new email and search or rebook with their preferred provider?
So yes, if you already have a different Green Shield account with a bank of hours there, you can keep these separate by creating a unique account. And yes, you can search with your preferred provider. So, what that means for any of you who haven't accessed counseling before, especially through Green Shield, is all of the counselors have a code number, so to speak. And if you know the code number for your counselor, you can put that in to bring them up. Now, again, if that sounds complicated, you don't have that code, you don't want to do that, just give us a call at that support phone number or through the email address, and we will be happy to help you out. Thank you for that, Julie.
Wonderful. What we will do is we will end the recording, but keep the chat open just for a couple more minutes. So if there's anyone that does want to ask a question with the recording stopped, we will do that. So before we stop the recording, I will simply say, Linda, thank you so much for being here with us today and providing this information. Yes, we will have a recording of the presentation available online, and we will also send a thank you notice to everyone who has attended with a link to the presentation once it is posted online. So I saw that question come in. So we will be ending the recording, but we'll keep the chat room open here for a couple more minutes in case anyone has any questions for Linda.
Yes, I am happy to hang out and answer any questions. And it was my pleasure to be here with all of you today. And I hope that everybody learned something new about this program that you perhaps didn't know before, and that you do take the minute and a half to create your account.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone.